Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today, well, I'm diving back in. That's right. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's Royal Rumble weekend coming tomorrow, Saturday. Rare Saturday pay-per-view. Premium live event, sorry. I know I've said I haven't really don't want to watch WWE, but Rumble's my favorite match, maybe of all time. So I'm going to give it my attention this year. So sorry to disappoint. Although I don't know if I'm watching much more WWE. We'll see. But I'm going to give my predictions for this show, the Royal Rumble. So, first match on the card. Well, for now, they may add some stuff coming tonight on SmackDown. First match we know of is a intergender tag team match scheduled for one fall. And it's Edge and Beth Phoenix, his real life wife, taking on The Miz and Maryse, another real life couple. Edge already has a big win over Miz at whatever the heck the last big pay-per-view was. Premium live event. I hate that. I really hate that. I want this feud to end so we can get a feud that was teased in Edge's return, Edge versus AJ Styles. We need that. And hell, that may bring me back for WrestleMania. I want to see that match now. So I'm going to say here, Edge and Beth Phoenix get a win, and we move on. No more Edge versus Miz. Please, for heaven's sake. Alright, next up, Raw Women's Championship match as Becky Lynch defends against Doudrop. If you know Doudrop, she is, from the English side, she's known as Viper, I believe her name was. Yeah, Viper. Went to NXT, became Piper Niven, and did well with that. And then teamed up with Eva Marie on the main roster, became Doudrop, because. Sorry, Viper, but Becky Lynch is keeping her title here. I don't see a title change happening. Next up, we have for the WWE Championship match, a match I think all of us have been waiting for quite a while. Brock Lesnar defending his title against Bobby Lashley. These two boys are going to slap some beef. I'm very excited for it. Unfortunately, I don't think Lashley's getting the win here. I think Brock is going to go over and retain his title. Next up, Universal title match as Roman Reigns, the big dog, defends his title against former fellow Shield member, Seth Rollins. No, not Seth freaking Rollins. It's Seth Rollins. And as much as I would like to say Seth is getting a big old upset win here, Roman's keeping his title. There's no reason for an impromptu title change. I think Roman's getting a big win here. Next up, we have the Women's Rumble, which is going to be very, very interesting. If you don't know the dynamics of the Rumble, you have 30 participants. You have the first two enter, 5 minutes, a third will enter, and then whatever amount of time. I think it's a minute or so, maybe a bit shorter. A new entrant will come on until all 30 participants are in. And elimination happens when you get thrown over the top rope, both feet hit the floor. And this year is kind of interesting because the forbidden door creaks open a little. I'll get to it. Participants announced for now. We still have SmackDown tonight. Maybe there's some more new entrants. We have Rhea Ripley, former women's everything champion, except SmackDown women's champion, which maybe it'll happen sooner or later. Her former tag team partner, yes, I say former, Nikki Cross. I'm not going to call her Nikki ASH. That's just... Alright, it's Nikki ASH. She dresses like a superhero now. Obviously not for me, but whatever. Dana Brooke, current 24/7 champion, which... Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing some shenanigans in this match when she enters. Or even beforehand. That'd be funny as heck. Carmella, current WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. Her partner, Queen Selena, the Queen's Crown Tournament winner. It's Queen of the Ring, pretty much. Tamina Snuka, the daughter of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Shotzi Blackheart, who I don't think has been on TV in a while. Like, she was in the tag team with Tegan Nox, and Nox just got released pretty recently, I think in November. So she's kind of been riding solo for a little while. Natalia, whose new gimmick is she's a Guinness Book of World Records record holder, which is interesting, I guess. Aaliyah, who is a recent call-up. Don't think she's getting much of a push. Naomi, very underrated wrestler, has been in a feud with GM Sonya Deville. And let's face it, she's a general manager. I want to see her wrestle again. Like, there's no reason not to have her in the ring again at some point. Although I think they're having a match tonight, which is probably going to include some shenanigans. Shayna Baszler, very underweighted women, and I think could use a shot. Charlotte Flair, the current SmackDown Women's Champion, and she says if she wins this Rumble, she's going to choose her opponent for WrestleMania, which, interesting story. They kind of did it with Brock Lesnar in 2019, in which he got eliminated by Drew McIntyre, so could be an interesting setup for a WrestleMania match down the line. 3 Hall of Famers. Nikki and Brie Bella, the Bella twins, are coming back, so they're cleared, ready to rumble. See what I did there? Lita, who, very old school woman, former women's champion. Rather not say what happened to her on her night out, last night in WWE. Michelle McCool, Undertaker's wife. Kelly, so nice they named her twice. I'm sorry, I like Kelly. She's cool. Summer Rae, in which the last SmackDown they called her a legend, which I don't think she's even a women's champion, which is weird. Mickie James, opening the forbidden door. Mickie James is kind of on a freelance deal with Impact, with NWA. I think she's booked for MLW soon, I think. Don't quote me on that. And she's the current Knockouts champion for Impact. So that's going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. And the last 2 announced. We have Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan. Bianca, I believe, won the Rumble last year, I think. No, Bianca did win last year. I know my stuff. And as you can see, we have plenty of spots left. So we'll see who else comes around. Maybe we'll see Paige return. Maybe we see Ronda Rousey make a comeback. More than likely we're gonna see Trish Stratus. Who the heck else? I don't know. There's a number of things that could happen for this year's Rumble, whether it be Forbidden Door or not. We'll see. But my pick this year, I'm kind of going to give you two picks, two of my thoughts. If Rousey is indeed booked for this match, she's winning this Rumble. However, if she's not, I'd say my pick would be Bianca Belair, because she could use a little bit of a rebuild. Like, you know, she went into WrestleMania last year, beat Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title, which, great. That's fine. I loved that. But kind of recently, she did have the Raw Women's title going into SummerSlam. She was set to face Sasha Banks again, but that got canceled. And then out comes Becky Lynch, beat her in seconds, and she's slowly recovering, but doesn't really have any, like, big-time wins. So I think she wins the Rumble here, challenges Becky Lynch for the WrestleMania, which I'm down for. The men's, I'm going to say this, the men's Royal Rumble isn't as easy to predict this year because there's not a clear-cut winner. I would have said Drew McIntyre was in the running, but he's hurt. Many people from are now free agents, so they're probably not. All right, let's go through who's in the Rumble this year. We have Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits. As much as I don't really like tag teams in the Rumble, I'm okay with them. Maybe we finally get a Montez Ford singles push, which I'm all for. Rey and Dominic Mysterio, which, yeah, that could be a fun playing around with characters. Maybe we finally see Dom turn on his father, Rey. Austin Theory, who has been a bit of an on-screen pet for Vince McMahon, which is very weird. I don't really understand it, but whatever. This next entrant is a little bit interesting, as it's Jackass star Johnny Knoxville. Who would have thought? 50-year-old Johnny Knoxville in the Rumble. That's fantastic. Sheamus. Damian Priest, current U.S. champion. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Big E, former WWE champion, lost the title in a 5-way at day one to Brock Lesnar. Baron Corbin and Madcap Moss, who have their alliance. That's not really that funny. Sami Zayn, who just re-signed a new contract. So he's sticking with WWE for a little while. Kofi Kingston. I would have thought Xavier Woods would be in this match too, but he's come down with an injury, although it does seem like he might be set to return soon. Maybe he's a surprise. Who knows? Kevin Owens, another recent re-signee to WWE. Omos, former Raw Tag Team Champion with AJ Styles, and just a big boy who will probably be getting the, oh, how are they going to eliminate him, Big Show spot, which is getting old at this point. Randy Orton, former Everything Champion. Matt Riddle, his former Raw Tag Team Championship partner. I got a funny feeling we're gonna be getting them at WrestleMania. In a match together, which I'm all for. I say Matt Riddle turns on Randy Orton at some point. So we'll see about that. Chad Gable and Otis, the Alpha Academy, the current Raw Tag Team Champions, who just won it last week, which is interesting, I guess. And the last two on the list are Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, whatever you want to call them. The Dirty Dogs. There has been some rumblings about a few surprises. I've heard Impact World Champion Moose. I've heard maybe Braun Strowman or Bray Wyatt coming back. I'd say realistically, I'm gonna say I think we're gonna get Hurricane again, because he's always fun in the Rumble. A lot of people are thinking Scotty 2 Hotty's gonna be in the Rumble, because he just asked for and gained his release from NXT, which is interesting. What other surprises could there be? I think this is where no, I'm not going to say The Rock. I think here we're probably going to get Seth Rollins in this match, because he's going to lose his match. Lashley's probably going to be in this match. What other surprises could there be? I don't think anyone from AEW is showing up. There's not going to be a Jericho or a Christian Cage or anyone like that. Now, the person who has definitely been teasing it is Cody Rhodes, the former TNT champion, who as of right now, at least according to reports, is working with AEW without a full contract. So, maybe he shows up? I'd say outside shot, but I don't think it's going to happen. It'd be crazy if it did, though. Could you imagine? My winner, and this is just for personal preference, I think it's got to be Big E. Like, him cashing in and winning the WWE champion, big moment. I loved it. It's something that I feel like should have been done a while ago. Dude's extremely talented. He's got charisma for days. But his reign was a little weak. And that's why he lost it at day one to Brock. So I think he gets his win here. And I think he's going to challenge Brock again. I think that's going to be a very big match. And it should just be one-on-one. Alright, and those are my predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you have winning the Rumbles and maybe the matches too. I will try my best to give my reactions to it in a timely manner, but if I forget, I do apologize. I'm also thinking about post-Rumble, maybe taking a little bit of a wrestling break. I've been watching a whole lot of wrestling this past year with other companies, AEW, Ring of Honor, etc., etc. And I think I need a breather. So, I think Monday I'll bring you my reactions to this, and then I may take a wrestling watching break. I may bring you another video either during the week next week or the week after on certain events, which I'd be happy to do. So, yeah, I'm glad you guys stuck around. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's share this all over the internet and let me know your predictions. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Stay safe out there during this snowstorm. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Peace.